Goedendag and welcome back to your PA Dutch Minute. Following up in this series of videos on expressing feelings or emotions, I have another one coming at you, a short list of words that you can use to describe how you're feeling. If you haven't seen the other two videos, please make sure you check them out. But let's jump right into this list. Again, just like in the last video, we're going to start with the phrase that you're going to use, ich bin, and then the blank. The blank will be where you put these words that I'm going to be covering today. And in parentheses, again, I have the word eiferich, which means very. So if you want to say ich bin eiferich, whatever, I'm very whatever, use the word eiferich. If you're not very whatever, then don't use it and just say ich bin and then the blank. Okay, so let's jump into these words this week. Anxious in Pennsylvania Dutch is engschderich, engschderich, engschderich. Ashamed is a special kind of word. It's what we call a reflexive verb, to be ashamed of something. And I'm not going to get into the grammar of how reflexive verbs work, but you're going to say ich bin and then mich gschemmt. Ich bin mich gschemmt. Literally, I'm ashamed of myself, even though you might not be ashamed of yourself, but that's the way we'd say it. Ich bin mich gschemmt. There might be Pennsylvania Dutch speakers out there that have dropped the mich and now just say, ich bin gschemmt. You might hear that. Grammatically speaking, we should have that mich in there, but sometimes grammar rules do fall by the side, sadly. But just be aware you might hear both. Ich bin mich gschemmt or ich bin gschemmt. Okay. Excited. Eiferich. 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 Jealous is pretty close to that word, a little bit different but similar. Eifersichtich. 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 Bored. Gelangweilt. 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 And depressed. Verleedt. 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 So there are some more words that you can use to build your vocabulary, ways of describing how you might feel. Ich bin. Now, we could throw this in here too. If you want to talk about somebody else, if you've already seen the video on the verb sei, to be, and now you know how to conjugate that. If you've seen that video, if not, go back and watch it. You could say something like, he is, and then one of these words, and it would be ist. Or she is, sie is. Or you could use you are, du bist. And if you could then also, you could turn all these and ask a question about somebody. Are you, whatever, let's pick one of the verbs. Let's say, are you bored? We know that are you is, what you are is du bist. We just flip them to make a question. Bist du gelangweilt? Are you bored? Bist du gelangweilt? Or you could say, ask, is she depressed? Is sie verleedt? Is sie verleedt? So see how now we can start really building things and making strides with the language, that we can now take simple phrases like what we started with, ich bin, and then one of these words, but then we can also expand it and be able to talk about other people. So as you can see, hopefully if you're watching these videos and practicing, you're going to start to find that eventually, as you learn more and more, your ability to talk about more and more situations or understand more and more situations is going to grow. It's only going to happen if you practice and you start really working with these words and try to memorize things so that you can automatically say them instead of having to look them up or reference the video again. But that takes work, just like practicing a musical instrument or any skill to get better at. And language is no different. It takes a lot of work and determination. So get out there, practice these words, and keep speaking Pennsylvania Dutch. It's going to make you better, and you're going to be happy about yourself, because speaking Pennsylvania Dutch makes you happy. It's scientifically proven. All right, bis nächste Video. Till our next video. Macht's gut.